What's going on, Rhode Island? It's me, Francis, with the Geraldo Group, and I am here joined by a very special guest,
Hello.
Danny Ortiz. How's it going, Danny?
Francis, good. Thank you. Thank you for the invite on this beautiful day here in your office. My name is Danny Ortiz with Guild Mortgage. I've been in real estate for over 5 years now. And, our team and your team have been doing business for a long time. So I really appreciate you inviting me here today
No,
to talk about the people, with the people.
yeah, we just want to give the people some information here, and it's like a beautiful day here in East
Beautiful.
Greenwich. So it's like, what better way than to sit down, have some conversation,
Right.
and give the people some information. But on this video, we want to focus on. We always get people that are reaching out to me and saying, "Hey, Francis, I want to buy a house,
Right.
but what do I need to get pre-approved in order to buy a house?" So I want you, as an expert, obviously, you've been doing this for a long time. You helped a lot of my clients. Is what does a person need in order to get pre-qualified for a mortgage?
Right, Francis. Yeah, that's a question that often pops up, if not every day, for me at least. People don't realize how easy it is to
Mm,
get the pre-approval process going.
okay.
Um, you know, Basic, right? Just let's go down to the nitty-gritty,
Yep.
basic
Yep.
things. There's two things you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's an application for a pre-approval that you need to fill out.
Mm-hmm.
It takes about 15, 20 minutes. You can do it over the
Oh.
phone, online, or in person,
Mm-hmm.
whatever is easier for the client and the buyer.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second set of things are, just, fundamental documents that any mortgage bank would need, which
Mm-hmm.
are the last 2 years of last 2 years of taxes,
Yep.
right? So last 2 years of taxes, the last four pay stubs
Okay.
for wherever you're working, company you're working for. Your last two bank statements where you have the savings that you're using for the purchase of the house.
Okay.
All right. And we can go deeper than that, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's literally the basic things you would need to start a pre-approval process. So honestly, it's easier than a lot of people think.
Perfect. Perfect. So, is there a certain credit score that a person should aim to have before reaching out to you?
Uh, that's a good question. Right? Every buyer is different, of course. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
has a different set of circumstances, but here at Guild Mortgage, we can go down to a 580,
580.
580.
Ooh.
With the right set of circumstances
Yep.
and
Yep.
factors, we can go even lower. But 580 is usually our floor to be able to give someone, like a FHA 3.5%,
Yep.
conventional 3 to 5%.
Okay.
So 580 is
Mhm.
usually where you want to be at. Anything above that, it's great.
So now, let's say a client calls me and be like, "Hey, I'm not a 580 yet. I'm close. Is there a way that you can guide them and say, hey, if you do this and that, we can get you the 580?"
Yes, yeah. I mean, there's so many, again, saying the same thing again, but it's
Mm-hmm.
true, right? There's so many nuances when it comes to credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I personally ask a bunch of questions about your credit history
Yep.
before we even pull it. If someone has only one credit card,
Yep.
a lot of the times having just one line of credit would, it takes a lot longer.
Woo! A little loud, but hey, it's a beautiful day.
Yes, it takes a lot longer to create or have your credit go up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes opening a second credit card, a second line of credit would help.
Okay.
Making sure that you're paying your bill on time.
Okay.
That's very, very, very important. When someone has a late on a credit card or
Yep.
car payment, that automatically will lower your credit for X amount of months.
Okay.
So just make sure that you're paying everything on time and
Mm.
you have at least 2 to 3 lines of credit.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, for folks who are self-employed, so we always get those folks that are
Yeah,
self-employed.
right, right.
Hey, I work on my own, and just like we do,
Yeah.
I do. I understand. So, is somebody who is self-employed, are things a little bit different or not really?
For self-employed, yes.
Mhm.
When it comes to becoming pre-approved, is that
Yep.
yeah? Yeah. So I mean, self-employed usually carries a 1099. Self-employed sometimes carries personal and business taxes. So it all depends on how you're filing your taxes.
Mhm.
But honestly, I mean, self-employed, we still look at credit. We
Mhm.
still look at the last 2 years of taxes.
Mhm.
The way we look at income is a little different
Yep.
compared to someone who is a W-2. But
Perfect.
all in all, it's usually the way we try to make it is just as easier if you are a W-2. with the right
Beautiful.
amount of documentation.
I like the sound of that. And now, Danny, if someone wants to get pre-approved, how can they get a hold of you?
Yep. So you can reach me at 401 Again, 401-578-1404. You can always email me, danny.ortiz at guildmortgage.net. And you can also find me on Instagram and Facebook, Danny Ortiz Mortgage.
I like it. I like it. And ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Danny, thank you so much for all the knowledge that you just gave us.
Thank you, Francis.
And we'll be seeing you in other episodes.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Take care, guys.
Bye.